How's it, folks? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back if this is your first visit. All right, I finished my first coin show ever. I'm sure they had them back in the day when I started, but I just didn't pay much attention, didn't have the time. So it's the 59th Annual Coin Show Expo, Hawaii Convention Center, room 317. Huge facility. Put on by the Hawaii State Numismatic Association 2024. Friday, November 8th, 12 to 6. Saturday, November 9th, 10 to 6. Sunday, November 10th, 10 to 5. Gold and stamp dealers from Hawaii and the mainland buy and sell gold and silver, Hawaiian currency, stamps, postcards, and other collectibles. Free admission. Beautiful facility. I've got some photos. Maybe I'll share those. Another video. I'm sure I'll get more than one video out of this coin show because it was great. Small, I guess, compared to some of the numbers that I've heard, like Liberty and Vegas Stacker and Blue Collar Stacker, these coin shows that they go to, and others in our community. Yeah, that sounded like a lot of tables and stuff. This place, I'm just going to guess and say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, maybe 75 tables. And they weren't real tables. It was kind of set up in like a maze almost. But I worked my strategy. I always go to the right, went to the right. The very first place I came to after I talked to a Honolulu police officer for quite a long time, I wasn't suspicious, just I recognized his name and wasn't related to the cop that I used to know, but it could have been because this guy's been a cop for 40 years, a reservist now. And so anyhow, first guy had dimes, but they were fancy dimes. They were, they weren't in a graded slab, but he had them in tubes as if he might have graded them himself. So MS this and all that. So they were double the price of normal dimes. I was going to trade. My goal was to trade away that kook, which I did. But I didn't. But I didn't ask him a price that time. I just see, would he trade? Yes. Did he have dimes? Yes. And then I moved around. That's basically, other than pleasantries with everybody, I got around, and then about 3/4 of the way through, and I finally found another guy that had stuff that looked like he might have it. I asked him if he had any OPM. He didn't. He didn't have dimes, but he had a lot of loose generic rounds. Of course, he had some slab stuff, but he had, sovereign coins, maples, eagles, that were probably BU kind. Had some tubes. Had some vintage bars, silver bars, which some guy came and got really excited, and they were trading photographs on their phone of all these old bars, and the dealer who I ended up being helped with, they did a trade, and I kind of kibitzed in on it, and so he gave him a value on what the guy wanted to sell or trade. At first I thought he wanted to sell them, but then he decided, saw a bar that he liked. Vintage. This guy was totally into vintage. And local guy, and not the dealer. Dealer was from Washington, I think. And so I learned, so credit. So I had an idea of so I'm making my way around. He had the stuff. I finished up making the rounds. Went to the dime guy, found out they were double. Price was double. So for 50 dimes, it would have been $250. Whether they were MS, whatever, I didn't care. My dime goal is for volume, weight, numbers of dimes. 14 equals an ounce. So I wouldn't have minded leaving there with 140 dimes, whether they be Roosevelt or Wing Liberty, aka Mercury. So come around, and more people were coming in. It wasn't bustling busy, but there was some business going on, especially at this guy's space. He probably had about an 8-10 foot long space, or wide, and so I'd already talked a story with him beforehand, established some rapport, come back around, and he remembered my name actually, and I remembered his, and so I told him I'm ready to do the deal. I'd showed him the kook kilo before. I said, yeah, he'd be interested, and I had an idea of what I thought it was worth if I were to sell it on eBay and deduct the fees, and not comparing to what I paid for it, because that was a long time ago. That was a no-brainer. And so we came to terms, and he let me pick out the stuff that I wanted. He left the showcase door up, kind of went to the side, and there was a hinge there. I don't think it was a hydraulic hinge, but I said, "You sure?" Yeah. And so I was just picking stuff out, and then when I felt like I exhausted that one, and my back was starting to hurt because I was bending over to do it, I said, "Okay, I'm done with this one. You want to close them?" And then eventually he did close it, because he was conducting business, and I didn't want the responsibility. I felt like I was more worried about somebody reaching in there than him. So then I went to the next one, picked up some more. He kind of ran out of stuff that I wanted, and I didn't want to go back into the first showcase and maybe find a couple dates of eagles that I was looking for. I figured I could just do that on eBay. And let the seller pay for the shipping. I didn't have to pay tax. Wouldn't have had to pay tax had I spent any money either. I guess it was up to each individual dealer, but both of these guys that I actually inquired about whether they would trade or not, no tax involved. So that was cool. Didn't have to pay for parking. Parking at the convention center was $12. I parked down by Ala Moana Shopping Center, and walked 388 steps, and I was at the convention. Lots of beautiful sights on the way there and back, and they had some nice artwork stuff inside the convention center as well. It was super busy. There was a Comic-Con, a Hawaiian craft convention show, trade show, a sports thing. It was busy. So they have a bunch of different rooms or ballrooms or whatever. But anyway, but down to the meat and potatoes. I did not drink. I don't drink, but I stutter. So I thought I did pretty good. I mean, the numbers worked out the way I kind of envisioned them. And then I even I didn't grind him, but hey, can you do this? And no, but he met me somewhere between my offer and what he was wanting at the final tally, and then he included a bunch of these plastic sleeve gizzies, flips, because these were all, I think they were all loosies, except for some of these. So I'm going to do it real quick. I'm not going to go on and on and on. Jiminy Christmas, it's already 7 minutes and 45 seconds. So I didn't end up doing any gold trading. So let's look at these real quick. I'm just going to go through real quick. So, Oaxaca, is that how you say that? Anyway, Mexico. Neat, could be an eagle with a snake and a sun on the side. 1 unsa, 2010, 999, plata pura. That's, I guess that'd be tails, and there's heads. Gold Resource Corporation, 2010. Here is this might be that Liberty Silver looks familiar. So 999, eagle with a shield. Not in bad shape. There are some that does have a little bit of toning. So this is A-Mark. I saw that. I thought, oh, hey, Liberty knows A-Mark. I know this isn't the fancy kind that he's after, but I thought it was cool. Some pretty nice detail as far as on the bell. So pretty cool. So there's 2, and then I got this. I called this Aztec coin, but it is 999 fine silver. Everything on this side is in English, but look at that. That's cool. That's neat. And then next is a 1 troy ounce silver, 99.9% pure. In Omnia Peritas. Wow. I don't know what that. Okay, so that's a Scottsdale. I recognize it. A little bit of toning tarnish, but pretty cool lion. Nice crown, nice features. I don't know I forget what you call that when you do the coin rate. No, I forget. But nice. My first Krugerrand, silver Krugerrand. I like it. 1 ounce. Fine silver. fine silver, R1. South Africa, neat. This is interesting. I don't know if we're allowed to show that. Colt, 1 ounce, 999 fine. Colt, looks like it could be a 1911 double Colt double eagle. Okay, nice. Don't know what year. Neat. That's kind of cool. Already saw those. Let me see. Minted in the USA. Fast, trusted, reliable. I don't know what that would refer to, other than buy gold and silver coins. 1 troy ounce, 999 fine silver. Wow, that's a pretty, I'd say pretty generic. But not, it's not ugly. I like that. I went by looks. This is cool. This is, I think, a Scottsdale. Little lion hiding there. And, oh, look at that. Reserve, Scottsdale. Oh, there's like a, hologram thingy. And then this is the back of that one. 1 troy ounce, 999 fine, Scottsdale Mint, R Reserve 2020. Oh, look, got that little lion thing there on the, just to the far right of the R, in and out. Neat. I forget what those rays, somebody was, Dub C was showing those. Let me see what else I got. This is a Sunshine Mint, looked like a familiar name to me. Eagle with a moon or a sun in the background, and that's kind of neat. And it's got a little writing inside there, mint mark, S-I, mint mark. Something or other. Who did I say that was? Sunshine Minting. So that's cool. Another Colt, but this time a revolver. Same front. So that's neat for all you pew-pews. Pew-pew. There's another Scottsdale hiding lion thingy. I thought I did that already. No. Nope, definitely. So it's a different one, but the same. So I guess I got 2 of these. Yep, I did. I got 2 of them. Oh, well. My back was killing me. Not too long. It was hurting me when I got there. Congo Silverback Gorilla 2022 1 ounce 99 fine. No fine, but it's 99 silver. Pretty neat. I like the gorilla. That's cool. Silverback. That's appropriate. And this is from a country. It's marked, so it's a coin. 500 francs CFA Republic du Congo. Nice. You'll probably be able to see. Oh, it almost looks like a shield-like logo, a coat of arms with some elephants with tusks. Some writing down there, probably in a foreign language. So that was cool. What is this one? Oh, this is pretty. Another aminal? Yeah, crocodile. Australian saltwater crocodile 2014 1 ounce 999 silver. Now this is all weight to me, and I got it at weight prices, so I'm very pleased. Australia $1, so that's a coin. Yes, Jesus Christ washed away mine and everybody's sins, past, present, and future, with his blood. And so this is called Silver Shield 2018 999 1 troy ounce. That's kind of some kind of, oh, what were those guys called? Knights of Templar type thing. But there's my buddy. I always tell people my best friend was a Jew. This is neat. 1 troy ounce 999 Northwest Territorial Mint. Probably not rare, probably not sought after, but that's kind of cool. That's neat, right? Kind of a weird looking front. Pan American Silver Corp. All right. And here is a Golden State Mint. I'm assuming that's GSM, 1 troy ounce, 999. Oh, what the heck's going on behind her back of her head? Looks like somebody threw a rock and it's just about ready to hit her, but it is a Golden State Mint. I would call that a prospector knockoff. Yep. Panning for gold on a silver round. No money. No denomination. Okay, looks like I got 3 more coins. Nope, this is a round, most likely. Badlands Bullion, because I've been missing out on these skull challenges, and of course, after the skull challenges are done, I got me some skulls. Guns, gold, and rock and roll. Established 2014, Badlands Bullion. Wow, that's 10 years ago, so this might be 10 years old, but look at them skulls. Nice, 1 troy ounce, 999 fine silver. So that's pretty cool. Came in I guess APMEX is not everybody's favorite kind, but I don't care. They don't bother me. I've got 2 APMEX rounds, and I did add to my round, but first let's get to the next to the last of the, I'm sorry, bars. Let's get to the next of the last of this. Looks like it's going to be a round, another A mark. Probably the same, might be the same as that first one. No? Or is it? Yeah, it might be. I don't know. It looked good. It was in a bag. Kind of official. And so this is the last, and this is a coin. $10 worth. Elizabeth II. No crown, no tiara. That's some nice, she got a pearl necklace. DG Regina. But this is a 2-ouncer. Look at the thickness on that sucker. Read it. Double maple leaf. And I got a bunch of maple leaves, but I only got 1 leaf on the front. Looks like there's a little privy there. 2023. 4 nines fine silver, 2 ounces. Argent pure, 4 nines. That's pretty cool. The collector in me. Then so kind of ran out of rounds that I liked. He had a Johnny Cash round where he was flipping us off, but it was pricey. That was more than the generic stuff that we had agreed upon. I probably could have gotten 1 of those for 2 of these, but I didn't want to spend any money, so I knew the credit that he was giving me on my kilo, and I thought it was very fair. But this is just a plain old Scottsdale silver. In God We Trust. It's an interesting bag. Came in the capsules, or not the capsules, yeah, capsules, which is going to come handy when my Silver Struck guardhouse box shows up that I won in a giveaway. And he's including a 1-ounce bar in that. So I figured, well, I better get me some more bars, because other than that one Silver Struck sent me, I only have 3 others, and 2 of them are APMEX, so they might even be allowed in that guardhouse box. Maybe I'll let them in there until I get 2 non APMEX. Is that what that's called? The place nobody likes. So this is Silvertown. Looked like a familiar name. No, it's not vintage. He had the super vintage stuff segregated in a different case. So this is probably just a generic, but it's nice. Got a prospector or a miner in there with his mule. Very cool. So that's, then this is similar to something. Sunshine. I've seen that name before. Oh, okay. So this is like one of the coins or the rounds, like that one. So this is like a miniature of that one, only on a bar. Ounce, no serial number, but maybe you could engrave somebody's name on that. Kind of a little different of a back. It's got some kind of maybe counterfeit deterrent there, but that's neat. There's another prospector. Did I show this one already? No, that was on a coin, I think. Yeah, there's a miner with a donkey on a bar. Feels like it's an ounce. 1 ounce, 999 Silvertown, Winchester, Indiana, with a little registered trademark after the Silvertown thing. So finally, here's the last piece of silver. If that gives you a clue. 1 ounce fine silver, 999 JBR Recovery Limited. And it's like some kind of, all kinds of little, almost like little emojis, yeah? So I thought that was kind of cool. Came in the plastic gizzy. This one was still in that, not a capsule, but plastic thing. And so, man, I kind of ran out of time. I still had some credit. So then we negotiated, I worked a deal, and ended up getting a piece of gold. I wanted to trade this, but nobody had or nobody that was willing to trade had a 1 ounce Type 2 Eagle. I had settled on that, but nobody had, and he didn't have. He had some 10th ounces, but he valued them more than what I thought. So I learned from Louie and Sal and you guys, and so I know, and I did my homework before I went, so I know that, right to this morning, there was some of the online people had, a 10th of an ounce, like a 10th Eagle, for under $300. Most of them over, but some of them. But this is not a 10th Eagle. It's a 10th of 4 nines fine. It's from Canada. It's a coin because it actually has a denomination. I can't get it out. It was on a sheet. He had a bunch of them, and he just tore it off. I'm going to have to use Nature's tripod here for a second. Get out of there. Yeah, so it's kind of like this pan, although those are perforated. He used the scissors, but it does look like there's a place for whoever's going to separate it from it. So it must have been a pretty big sheet. And he said he had a good day the day before, and I got there when they opened, so he didn't have much to compare today for. But that's 4 nines fine, 1/10 ounce, Canada, Elizabeth II. No crown, no tiara, and it's a coin because it does have a denomination somewhere. I looked at it. There it is, $5 at the top. Wow, it is so small, but looks like it's some kind of joint military exercise shared by the United States and Canada in 2015. Oh, there we go. Something force. But anyway, I'll probably end up looking at these things, doing some research, doing, maybe even individual. So I thought it did pretty good. I think there's, if you count this thing as 2, so 26 ounces and a 10th of an ounce of 24 karat for 1 kilo, kilo. I think it's fair. I'm not going to dwell on it. If you folks think, if you actually think I got ripped off, which I know I didn't, but if I paid way too dramatically much, let me know. It's not going to bother me. I've converted that kilo into some more liquid stuff for my wife to have to deal with when I'm dead and gone. So on the way home, I had to stop and get some beef femur bones for my dog. Forrest loves those things, and it's kind of like a babysitter for about 3-4 hours. And so I'm getting finally almost close to my neighborhood, and I ended up taking a slightly long route. Went up the hill to see if people were dumping their used appliances and stuff, and there was a yard sale. And I stopped, and this is the only money I spent today. I didn't have to pay for $12 for parking. I didn't have to pay a penny. I didn't spend a dime. Found this, and on the bottom, at a yard sale, parking was easy. I parked right on the street, walked right over. There was nobody there. Everybody there was related to each other. I don't think that's a coin. I think that's a token. It's definitely super magnetic. That's a pretty strong magnet. Let's watch that in slow motion. Oh. So that coin is magnetized. I don't think this thing is made from silver. I certainly didn't pay silver prices, but I think the coin is so metallish, so attractant to this magnet that it. I don't think that the stuff on this outside is silver, and I don't care. I got this for somebody, and I think most of you folks might know who she is if you've watched my videos lately. Now, there's a porter out there. Man, I wish I could remember, but he has a flying turtle where he poured it, and then that scroll, I think, or whatever. There's a part on the bottom, and it's about this tall. It's where the pour went down to get to his, where his subject matter. And most people cut it off. He didn't. Some guy said, hey, I don't mind. I like that. I had to pay extra for the silver because that's all silver. and they call it a flying turtle. Well, this thing has been connected pretty solidly to what looks like maybe 2 gaming tokens. I don't know. It's an angel, but it's definitely magnetic. So there's no precious metal. I looked for Hallmark because I took my loop with me just in case. Good thing I didn't have to use it because it's dirty. Yeah, so that's cool. I'm glad I waited to do a mail call poker chip exchange reciprocity because I don't have swag. So this is my newest swag. I was looking for Southeast Stack. I was looking for something either Civil War, especially if it was the Confederate side, in a coin, what, copper, silver, not gold. Sorry, Southeast. I'm not rich, but and it's the thought that counts anyway. But I really couldn't find anything, so I kind of got an idea of what I can send back to him besides my poker chip, as reciprocity for his swag that he sent me. So speaking of swag, I got a sticker. I probably lost it already. No, I didn't. I don't know what I did with it though. Anyway, that's enough. I know I bore you folks. But that thing, I waited till the end to say it. I should have put it in the description. Put it on 1.5 speed, playback speed. It's fun. I do that so I can get through more videos. So, recap. Coin show, did good. Kilo's gone. I got all this stuff and kind of a bonus. Gave away a couple poker chips. One was to my dealer that I ended up making friends with. Lives in Washington, I think. He's got an online presence of some sort. But I give one to a local guy that was fairly new to stacking, and he was standing next to me when I was at Zach's table. I'm shy, but I've been forcing myself to try to break out of that, and so I started talking to him. It turns out he's fairly new to stacking, but I said, oh, me too, sort of, and I've learned a lot on YouTube. They've got a stacking channel. Oh, yeah. He goes, and then he spit out Silver Dragons, Silver Seeker, and I said, well, have you ever heard of Salivate Metal? Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. So I give him my chip. I said, you ought to get on there and join us and even become a fly on the wall. You can learn a lot. So, recap. Show. Dealer extraordinaire. Goodies. Poker chip giveaway. Bonus. I still got this gold. Still have no type 2 eagle. And stopped at a yard sale. For every 50 times I come back home, maybe one of them I won't turn right and get here quicker. Maybe one out of every 50 I go up the hill. And it's a Saturday, and I did notice some yard sale signs on my way as I was driving around once I got out of town. And so I just thought this was cool. So is it a flying turtle? No, it's a hoovering turtle. See, because you're not quite on the water, but just kind of hoovering about it. Not flying, he's hovering. There it is, hovering. So that's it. Thanks for getting this far. If you did, if you didn't, I don't blame you. 28 minutes. My goodness. I got problems. But I thank you for getting this far. If you did, I'm half tempted to put like a buzzword at the end of my lives to see if anybody pays attention and give them some kind of reward. Oh, because it turns out I got 2 of these things. But let me know in the comments if you think I did all right. Traded a kook, 2005 Kookaburra Kilo Perth Mint, maybe, definitely Australia. I looked at them on eBay. I looked on the completed auctions. Haven't been a whole lot of 25s, if any, but generic wise, all the others, was, the numbers worked out for me. I put an approximate value on it, which was not a deal breaker because I didn't pay for it what they're selling for now. So managed my goal. Almost didn't get any dimes. I got empty tubes. So thanks for leaving any comment in the comments section. Nobody's watching this. It's not subscribed already, but so make yourself happy. Don't forget to watch your six and buy what you can when you can, while you can, at the best price you can, without neglecting other priorities, investments, and obligations. So until the next time, all right then.